awesome.
Oh, what a shot.
Lovely. Oh, blimey.
Beauty.
Absolutely phenomenal. Okay, you're just showing off. That's what you're doing.
The pleasure that you get from hitting the ball in the right direction and for quite a distance is immense. It's wonderful. It makes you feel like you're a big, strong, macho guy and you can hit that ball out of sight.
You get such a buzz when you hit a good shot. You know your timing's right or your balance is right, and you just get a real inner feeling that you've hit a really good shot, and that's what it's all about.
I started at the age of 14, when I joined my cousin at a 9-hole golf course, and we played there on a Saturday morning.
Well, basically I tried playing a few shots with a friend of mine who played golf when I was 17, 18, so I was a very late starter. Got my first set of clubs when I was 21 for my 21st birthday, and basically took it up from there, and I've played ever since.
Going to work one morning, I had 30 miles away to drive to work. I knew something was wrong. Everything was crazy. It was like being in a hall of mirrors. If you've been in where you look and you wherever you look, you're a different shape. You know, I knew my brain told me that windows were rectangular and doors were rectangular, but they didn't look like that to me.
My sight deteriorated rapidly from when I was 50, probably 58 or 59. But I still driving a car, so it couldn't have been as bad as all that. And I continued to drive until the age of 68, when I found on one day that I suddenly couldn't see. So I pulled into the curb and decided that's the end of driving for me.
I had 3 strokes inside the period of a month. The last one was the biggest one, and that threw blood clots onto my brain, which controlled the left side of the vision in both eyes and knocked it out. It's just like having a board fastened to the side of your head, which goes forever. It's just nothing.
My eye problem is retinitis pigmentosa. I managed to get through school. I was just one of these short-sighted little lads and always had to sit at the front of the class, so I struggled through school, but it wasn't until I was in my late teens that it took a big slide, and when I was about 21 I was really struggling with it.
I thought, for a start, golf was finished. But not just that, but 101 things. I can't drive a car. You know, I can't go anywhere with a car. I felt very limited for a while. I used to do lots of stupid things. At a table, I'd knock things over because I didn't know they were there. And then bend down to pick them up and bash my head in the table because it just isn't anything. So I found it very debilitating for probably 6 months, 6 or 7 months, before I got used to it.
We don't feel sorry for ourselves. That's one of the best attributes of it all. And we try to encourage people, you know, to keep on playing golf. It's there. You know, the old adage that you have to keep your eye on the ball. That's the first thing you learn in golf. Keep your eye on the ball.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. You have to keep your head still, but you don't have to keep your eye on the ball if you can't see it. Trust yourself. That's good.
Someone at work kept telling me about blind guys playing golf in the Edinburgh area, down at Portobello, and they kept saying I must go and try it, I must go and try it. Well, I didn't really believe I could get a kick out the game again, not being able to see, but eventually I went and saw what was going on, and well, I just fell in love with the game again.
In blind golf, we cannot attempt to play the game without the help of a guide.
Not so good that time.
So we are allocated a person who lines up, puts the ball on the tee, lines up the club head, points us in the direction where to play, and it goes on from there. It's a team game, more or less.
My guide's name is John Stanyan, and he's from Cornwall, but that's not his fault. He enjoys golf, and he, I think, enjoys what we do. He even puts up with, you know, the insults that I fling at him on occasions because he's not told me the right thing or the right distance. No, I'm joking. It's always the case where if you miss a putt, it's the guide's fault, not your fault, you see. And when you hit a good shot, that's you that's done it, not the guide. And they're used to that, and it's good-natured fun.
What blind golf did for me on the recovery trail, if you like, was confidence. Because I never thought I'd play again. And then when I found out I could, to a half reasonable standard, that helped the confidence that everything else would come with it. And it did.
The Scottish Blind Golf Society makes me get back out into the community. The social side is really good. It rekindles my love of the game of golf, and I've made a lot of friends through it, so it's been a real good big part of my life.
What's good about golf, blind golf, the best thing, is the people you meet. There's a hell of a lot of very, very nice people. And of course, with all the 5 districts all holding their own events, and the national competition, you meet these people on a regular basis, and their guides. And just the friendship and enjoyment of being in their company. That's what's good about it.
Within blind golf, we've got some wonderful characters. The guy who is the biggest legend of all is 93-year-old Jim Watt. Jim is totally blind and has been for several years now. Jim is quite amazing. He refuses to take a buggy, much to his guide's displeasure, because his guide has got to walk as well. But he's quite an amazing person, and he's got a wonderful personality, and we have some wonderful times with him. He's magic. He's really magic.
I reckon I'm getting very close to mastering a blind golf, that I can hit the ball with confidence now, you know, with the help of my guide. I look forward to many years yet of playing this game.
There's no doubt that the best hole, the one that's enjoyed most, is the 19th hole. The 19th hole, of course, is within the walls of the clubhouse, and usually within the walls of the club bar, where you can sit down and you can buy somebody a drink, or they can buy you a drink depending on who won what, and have a grand old natter. They're all gentlemen in golf, really, at heart. They might have some bad language occasionally, but really, a bunch of gentlemen, golfers.